Hi lovers, welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make this beautiful lapel gown. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and turn on your notification button for our next tutorial. This is the crepe material I use. I mark out all the starting points. My bust point is 10. Make use of 10 for the bust point because it's for a bit bigger size. Bust point, my under bust is 13, where my waist is 16 inches. You can see here I mark out the lines. So the next thing is to mark out the neckline, and my neckline I make use of 3.5 by 1 inches. 3.5 by 1 inches, and I cuff it out with my French cuff. You can see the way, you can see the way I try to make it. And my back I make use of 9.5 and come down by the shoulder slope with 1 inches. To achieve your armpit depth, I make use of my bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. That's what I make use of. And to achieve the cuff of the armpit, your bust divided by 4. That's what it give me, and you just have to cuff it out like that. So the next thing is to join the shoulder slope and mark the main point. No, I don't want the back to be curvy somehow. That's why I just slant the back and the zip side like that. So, and I mark the bust point to achieve my darts. Just at the waist side, I come in and come out by 1/2 inches, and I join the line together. So the next thing is to shape it out, and I want it to have princess darts. So I come up by 1/2 inches, so I will able to join my dart to it and give it a slightly cuff here. You can see how I place my French cuff. So just have to shape it together to make it come out exactly what you want. My chest line, bust line, under bust and waistline. The next thing is just cut it out. No stress. That's this for our back pieces. So I just have to, and we have the back, center, back, front. This is the front, and for your front, for your paper, you have to have extra 5 inches at the center part and the upper part like 5 inches also. So after then, you mark your bust points, under bust, waistline, chest line, everything like that, and I make use of the 3 inches also. So I might mark my back, which is 9.5, and the shoulder slope, and my armpit depths. I've already tell you how I get the measurement from the back side the other time. So I just mark it out and come in by 1.5 inches and join the armpit together. So you just have to blend it together like that. So the next thing is to come out. I want my shape, the front lapel shape, to start from the bust point. So that's what I did here, and I'm join the line together. I come out like 4 inches down in that part, and the midpoint of the 4 inches also. So I'll take my normal measurements here. So my 4 inches, and that 4 inches I just come just for the dart, just half inches like that. And the next thing is to mark my normal shape, my measurements, and I change the measurements together here. I have to do the same I did at the back for that princess dart. So, and here I come up by the 1/2 inches and I join the dart to the armpits. You can see what I'm doing. There's no much, there's no stress, very simple and straightforward. So for this side, the next thing is to join the lapel together with the neck. You can see I just mark a straight line, but you can see it's not that coffee with my normal neck measurement I made. So just go out by half inches and join the line together. You can see where I go out by the half inches and join the line together. You can see now we are following the second line I drew on there. So the next thing is to measure your back. What you have in your back, I have like 3.5 inches. That's what I come up by. Come up by the 3.5 inches and I join the line together again. And what this depend on the lapel, the size of the lapel I want to. I make use of 3.5. That's what I draw here, that vertical line. And from that joining part, so that's your neck line. Up by that 3.5 inches I want to make use of here. And the next thing at that deep of the neck, I come out by 1 inches for the straight, and I just make the slant upward. Not just I make the slant also, and 1.5 inches. And the next thing is to join our down lapel and the upper lapel together. I say I don't want, you can make it straight, but I want it to somehow curve. That's why I make use of this side of that French curve, and I join it together, and this side also I join it together. You can see the structure of what we're having already, how it's forming, and for that side you join it on a straight line. Yeah. So the next thing here is to cut it out. So cut it out. Just the shape you are having. Don't stress yourself. The next thing you just have to do is that when you place it on your material, on your crepe material, try to give it your allowance. You can see we do not add any allowance here. You make cut the actual measurement out. Just give it 1.5 inches allowance. You can see the forming of the lapel here. See how simple and straightforward it is. So just follow it step by step. You actually, yeah, this is me place the material on the fabric on each other and cutting, and this is the outcome, the back, the front and the back. And yeah, all the pieces I've already cut them out. I've changed the interface on them here. So this is just the outcome after I join the front side. You can see. So here what you just need to do is just be very careful so you won't be stressing yourself. You can see ironing down. This is the lapel. I want to add zip at the back though. That's where I make my lapel into two pieces like that. I'm supposed to make use of a straight. You can see the way I place it here. The next thing, your note where you notch and place it on each other. You will sew it to that side of where you notch. You sew the cloth going the main body to that side where you notch, and the lapel to that side where you notch. After then, and you just insert it, turn it over on each other, and sew it all through. That's what we are going to do here. So that's what. So I've already sew it here. The next thing is to place it on my machine. You can see here I'm trying to shuffle how to do that side. Get how to turn it over, and so I've placed it in over each other, insert it, and that's what I'm doing here. Thank you for watching to where we are, and so I did the second part also. So you can see the outcome of the lapel even without ironing. You can see what we have straight from my machine without ironing. Just imagine after ironing it. So then this is the outcome. Thanks for watching today.